In today's Madden 25 video, I'm going to break down the absolute best play in the game, and frankly, it isn't even close. All the pros have been using this play to dominate an offense, and you can use it to beat literally every defense in the game. Any zone, man, blitz, it does not matter. Now we're going to be looking at the gun, bunt, strong, nasty. The play is the motion, China wheel. You can run this from the Colts playbook, which is honestly probably the most popular playbook in the game right now if I had to pick one. Almost everybody, especially pros, is running this playbook. So I'm going to give you guys one easy setup that will beat everything. I'm going to show you guys how your reads are going to develop against man, zone, and the blitz. We'll start with cover four, Can't talk today. Cover 4 first. Now the setup what you want to do here is block the running back, okay? Then you're going to go ahead and streak the slot receiver in the bunch. You're going to put the tight end on a post, and you're going to put the outside bunch receiver on a corner route, and then you're going to custom stem it all the way down. Now, when you do this, you want to have the bunch on the wide side of the field. This is actually very important. Now, you'll see here, because we're lined up on the left hash, we're going to put the bunch on the right because that is the wide side of the field. Now, I'm going to break down how literally every receiver on this play is a read, so you're going to want to stay tuned throughout the whole video, or else you're going to miss out on important info. If you're new to the channel, I do daily Madden 25 videos from tips and gameplays, so make sure you subscribe, drop me a like, comment on the video. The support helps me continue to be able to do these free videos for you guys. So, again, starting with cover 4 first, what you're going to notice here is against any sort of zone, this corner route is going to get open on the sideline unless they're basically in a situation where it's backed off cover 2 cloud flat or some sort of cloud flat that's going to get underneath this. But you'll see here, any sort of deep zone, it's going to get underneath on the sideline for an easy throw and catch. Now here we had a purple, so it's going to get over the top of a purple and a hard flat. A cloud flat would be the way to counter this. But you can't really key in on this route. You can't really even stick switch it because if you do, we have a seam route, which kind of got bumped off. Wasn't the greatest example of the seam. It kind of got bumped. We have a post. And then the most important route on this play is actually the route you see Maserati Marv running. That is that return route. That return route is very unique and it beats everything in the game. Now, let me go ahead and set this up again, show you guys it again, and you're going to see why this return route is so crucial. Now, for whatever reason, it's not even showing my hot routes here. There we go. All right, so we'll take a look. There we go. So this is how it's supposed to look. Again, this is cover 4. Now, let's say that we didn't like the sideline, and that's why that route to Maserati Marv is so good. It works really well with the post route to the tight end, but basically, you're going to see that you're going to have to run with this tight end post, and honestly, I could have probably still highballed this. Otherwise, the tight end post is going to be open, and because you guys can see this route to Marv, it goes out. It cuts out, and then it cuts back in. It's impossible to guard both the tight end and the route to Maserati Marv. Again, though, keep in mind, you always have to worry about the sideline because, again, you guys can see this is wide open. The streak is enough in the seam to get that corner wide open, and honestly, yeah, if they don't guard the seam, you can quick pass that in there too. This is going to be cover 3, but with hard flats. And as you guys can see, I mean, pretty much the same exact thing happens against cover 3 as cover 4. The sidelines are going to be wide open, but you got to be sure they don't stick switch you before you throw this. If they do stick switch you, then we're going to move to the middle of the field. If they don't, we're going to throw the sideline each and every time. Because again, as my camera's going crazy here, you guys can see when you step the corner down, it will get over any flat other than a backed off cloud, but underneath every deep zone in the game. Now, I also like this formation because it's the rule of 4. You have 4. What is up with my camera angle? Jeez, you have 4 people on one side of the field, so match does not apply. But if you look in the middle of the field, you guys see again, the seam streak pulls the hook zone back. And then because we have the post and the return route, the post and return combo is wide open over the middle of the field. I go with the return route here. I could have probably highballed I would have went with the return right here if I didn't throw to the corner. But I also can highball the post a lot. If you're looking to get better at Madden 25 and win more games, sportsgamers.com is the place to be. Check out my Madden VIP membership where you get access to all of my Madden 25 content all year long. You'll get access to every offensive and defensive game plan I release, all of my secret premium tips that I release every week for my VIP members, and finally access to my VIP community with guaranteed updates all year long. Click the link in the description and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. Let's dominate together, boys. Alright guys, so now we're going to look at this play against cover 2. But not just any cover 2, I want to look at it against DB Fire 2 out of the dollar, aka Dime 3-2. This is a 5-man cover 2 blitz, right? And honestly, when you're going up against cover 2, if their flat zones are backed off, it's not the easiest thing to do to throw the corner over the top of a flat this year when they're backed off, especially if they're using zone drops. You potentially can, but really against cover 2, especially cover 2 blitz, I'm looking to attack the middle of the field. So if you guys take a look at the replay here, you can see that the actual, like I said, the backed up cloud does a pretty good job against the stem corner route, but that's fine because I have the middle of the field to exploit. So they're going to have to take, the seam streak vertically with either their user or hook zone, and then that isolates the rest of the defense. If they don't guard the seam streak, we can highball that. They do here. And so now I'm just simply reading the high-low read. Again, the return route works perfectly with the post. Here, you guys can see they come down on the return route. The post is an easy pass over the top in between the safety and that hook zone for an easy dot. So going up against cover 2, what you really want to look at, honestly, is the middle of the field. I read the seam, and if I don't like the seam, then I go to the return route and the post. Potentially, you could have the corner route, but the corner route is more to beat cover 3, cover 4, and also man-to-man blitzes, which moves me to my next defense, which is going to be man-to-man. Now, before we get into a man-to-man blitz, let me just show you how it works against actual this cover 2 man with the safeties over the top. So again, base setup is to post the tight end, streak the slot receiver, corner the outside bunch receiver, and then stem him down. Now, if you believe they're not blitzing you, it would be ideal just to leave the running back on his route, but if they are and you need to block him, you can't do that. So let's just look how this works against man. And as you guys can see here again, the return route might literally just be the best play in the game. It gets wide open. Now the corner route potentially can beat man, but it's not always going to beat man, which is why we can't just, blind throw that like we could in past years. It's not going to get open every time. Now, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Let's see here. It does get open for a high ball. And that's why I said, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm immediately, when I snap the ball, what I'm doing is my first read against man is the corner route. I'm looking to see if it beats him. If it does, I can highball it. Even with the safety, I can still highball this. Now, if he doesn't get open over the top, that's when I'm moving to the post and the return route. But since he did here, I threw it. I threw it. You know what I'm saying? I threw that bitch. Now, what if they're in a man-to-man blitz? Well, the mid-blitz, double A-gap, double mug, whatever you want to call it, defense is still very common. Against this, especially if they send 6, you really need to block the running back, but your reads are essentially going to be very similar. I first look to see if that corner out beats his man. Especially if they press you, I would say you have a better chance. But if they don't press you, he still can win, but again, it's not guaranteed. So I'm basically looking at the corner first. If I like it, fine. If I don't, again, I'm moving over the middle, see if my seam streak maybe got open, and if not, then I come back to the return route and the post. So honestly, this is as you guys see, look, he cooked them. This is, honestly, it's the same progression against every defense in the game, which is what makes this play so good. Whether it's man, zone, coverage, the blitz, you're always reading the corner out first to see if it's going to be open. And you pretty much know if you see man, right away if it's open. If you see zone, you pretty much right away know if it'll be open too, because if you see that they're in some sort of cover 3 or cover 4 or anything with a deep zone, you know it will be open. But if you see them in cover 2 with a backed up flat, you know it probably won't be. So you pretty much immediately know whether that corner is open. So if it is open, stay on it to make sure they don't stick switch. If it's open, take it, right? But if it's not open, then you go to the middle. You read to see the seam streak is open. If it is, you take it. If not, finally go back over the middle to the return post combo. Now here you guys can see the corner cooked, so it was wide open. But even if it didn't, I could have thrown either the return or the post because, again, both are man beaters. So we have 3 very good man beaters on this play. The corner, the return, and the post. But also this is unguardable against zone because of the route combo where the bunch is on the wide side of the field. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's taking you into the mind of how a pro plays offense. Make sure to add this into your offense. If this helped you out, smash the like button. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out.